All right, a little sports video I want to make. I want to talk about a little bit about Baker Mayfield. Because the Lions are playing this week, Tampa Bay is playing this week, and I want to talk about, there seems to be a lot of hate on Baker Mayfield. And I'm a Browns fan. I'm going to tell you right now, I loved him when he played for Cleveland. Oh, man, he was so good. Man, he was exciting to watch, had a lot of fire. I do have an issue with a lot of people talking about, negatively about him, whether it's pro football players and things like that. Here's my thing. Kevin Stefanski came to Cleveland. And, we got Odell Beckham. We got Jarvis Landry. Okay. Cool. We got players, right? But what kind of blew my mind about the whole thing, this is me being legit. When we had Baker Mayfield on the Browns, why is it that Kevin Stefanski decided to run a spread offense, limited play action for Odell Beckham Jr. and Jarvis Landry? Why is that? When was the last time OBJ was a true, now a lot of you guys are going to be fake about this, was a true number one receiver for a franchise? He never was. He got famous off of a catch. Then everybody knew Odell Beckham Jr., OBJ. Oh, he got the one-handed catch on Dallas. It was even a pass interference. It's a flag call. He's never, ever been a true number one receiver. Jarvis Landry, Miami. Yes, you caught 100 balls. I understand that. You were a slot receiver. And that's your two primary weapons in Cleveland. A beat-up OBJ, who's never, ever been a true number one receiver and was past his prime. Yes, I said past his prime. What did he do in the Rams? Yes, they won the Super Bowl. Okay, but did he break 1,000 yards that year? No. Did he do it in Baltimore this year? No. Okay, valid point. Jarvis Landry, did he do anything besides be a slot receiver because he wasn't a true number one? Exactly. Went out, got Deshaun Watson. Gave him Amari Cooper, a legit number one receiver who can catch any ball, right? How's that trade looking for you now? Because Deshaun has done nothing but been hurt. Haven't been present in more than 6 games. Has he won games? Yes, he has. I hope he returns to form. I really do. I don't wish ill on anybody, but I don't think he's going to. He's too busy doing interviews and things like that to care about, he's got $230 million in the bag. If I had that, I wouldn't give a fuck either. But now, Baker gets shipped off to Carolina, who has no running game, with a college quarterback, Matt Rule, who's not even designing plays for DJ Moore, for Baker to find DJ Moore. No time, no scheme to open up for the true potential of what Baker is good at. Play action, roll out to the left side. He can do it in spread. He's doing it in Tampa right now. He did it for the Rams. So no chance they're going to be successful. No chance. So he goes there to fucking die. Then he goes to the Rams, and Sean McVay, Super Bowl winning coach, says, oh my God, this dude's so smart. He's amazing. He is absolutely amazing. I love him to death. And if it wasn't for Matt Stafford returning, I dare say that the Rams were going to sign Baker Mayfield right then and there and have him, Cooper Kupp, Nakua, all together. But no, Matt Stafford came back. They wanted to deal with Stafford. They were paying Stafford money. Of course they're going to fucking have Stafford. So he goes to Tampa Bay, who just came off a okay season with Tom Brady, still made it to the playoffs and such. And look at Baker Mayfield. He's the 9th ranked quarterback, according to his numbers, in the NFL this year. Through 29 to 30 touchdowns. If you count in the playoffs, I think he's at like 32 and 9 for a touchdown and interception ratio. It might be 10. It might be 10. Correct me if I'm wrong. And nobody is giving him credit. The first time in his career, because when he's in the Rams, he didn't have Cooper Kupp to throw to. He was injured. He tore his ACL. This is his first year back with Stafford and Nakua. They didn't have Nakua either. They had like Van Jefferson. Tyler Higbee, he's a decent tight end. He's nothing great. He's decent. He's a big target. Which against the Rams, fucking Baker made him look like a freaking Hall of Famer. Van Jefferson. I know there's another one I actually know the name of. I just can't think of it off the top of my head. But, you know, he was showing out there. And now he goes to Tampa Bay. He's got Mike Evans, Godwin. Cade Otton is no joke. I think he's going to be like, he is the Detroit Lions guy. Their tight end, begins with an L. I can't remember the name. I just got out the gym. My legs are fried. All my blood is in my legs. Laporta. He's just like Laporta. And Baker is having this amazing year. Rashad White in the backfield's coming along, and Baker has talent around him. And look what he's doing. He took a Cleveland Brown team to the playoffs with OBJ, Jarvis Landry, and some scrubs, a receiver, Njoku, who didn't even know what the hell he was doing yet, Harrison Bryant. Oh, who was the other tight end we had? He was good in Tennessee, but he was past his prime and didn't matter anymore anyway because he's gone. He doesn't even play anymore. So, I mean, if you're going to give Deshaun Watson and Amari Cooper and you give him washed-up OBJ and washed-up Jarvis Landry, and then he goes to Tampa Bay, and look what he's doing now. He's got an actual coach. Todd Bowles is no joke. I hate you guys saying, like, defensive coordinators are, like, bullshit and all this other stuff. No, they're not. They just specialize in defense. That is their specialty. But it doesn't mean that they can't evaluate talent. So Baker goes there, right? And everyone's like, oh, yeah. He's got a great offensive coordinator who plays to their players' strength, which that's what you're supposed to do. I've coached football. You know, I've coached Little League football. I get it. You know, some players aren't good at some things, and you got to make it work. And you give him these players that are absolutely amazing to play around. Chris Godwin, he could be a true number one any other freaking place. He could. Chris Godwin is amazing. I love Chris Godwin's game. He's a physical receiver. Mike Evans, future Hall of Famer. And you're going to tell me that Baker isn't nothing? Because someone's going to throw them guys the ball, right? He makes plays. He has energy. He fires up that team. Now, granted, he's going into Detroit. And Detroit is playing with a lot of momentum. That place is going to be booming. And I mean, it's going to be freaking booming today. I think, yeah, they played today. I think they're the first game. I don't know, but I got the popcorn ready for it because I'm ready to watch this shit. So, this is legit a big test for Baker Mayfield. But for me, it's not. He took Cleveland to playoff, got a playoff win, and it wasn't the offense that let us down in that playoff game against KC. It was the defense let Kyle Orton was it Kyle Orton or was it Chad Henne? I don't know. It was non-Hall of Famer quarterback. Patrick Mahomes got knocked out of the game, and they let him I'm pretty sure it was Kyle Orton. It might have been Chad Henne. I don't remember. It was one of those two. Let him scramble for 15 yards, got a first down, ended the game. And the way Baker was playing and the way that offense was moving, that game was ours to lose, and we lost it defensively, not offensively. And now, he just shredded Philadelphia, which has, I don't know. Let's see how many All-Pros are on that team. What is there, 8 All-Pros on that team? 8 Pro Bowlers, something like that? 5? really, really good safeties and corners on that team. Yeah, of course, they were in shambles. I get it, they were in shambles. They weren't playing good football. But playoff wins matter. Division championships matter. Those are substance of what a quarterback can do. And you're going to tell me that Baker Mayfield hasn't done anything of substance? Hasn't done anything to prove that he is an elite tier quarterback? Oh. You surround a guy with talent, with people who can make plays, and he can make every throw. He's like Brett Favre and Drew Brees put together. And not all the good qualities, he's accurate. He's highly accurate. But he's got the confidence of Brett, where he just fires that ball sometimes in there. And sometimes it can be a bad throw. But the talent around him on this team makes him super dangerous. And the defense, Todd Bowles has got something going on down there. And I think Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers can walk into Detroit and win that game. And if he wins this game, everyone has to shut up. Everybody has to shut up. There can be no more talk that Baker Mayfield is a bust or anything like that. But I will say this, and this is a big valid point for football. When they walk into Detroit Stadium, and I love the Detroit story, I really freaking do. I do not have any faith in Jared Goff whatsoever. I think he's going to get his ass whooped this game because there is going to be pressure that he has never felt this game coming. Because Todd Bowles, there's something different when he gets into a playoff. Look at his resume. When he gets into playoffs, he gets that defense rolling. But if Tampa Bay can weather the early emotional storm of Detroit is going home, and they would advance to the NFC Championship against San Fran. I wouldn't want to play San Fran, but if Brock Purdy played like he played today against Green Bay, Tampa can beat that team. 110% Tampa can beat that team if Brock Purdy plays like he played today, because he played absolutely pathetic. If it wasn't for Jordan Love making 2 critical mistakes, 2 interceptions, Green Bay wins that game. 110% Green Bay wins that game, because San Fran had no business beating Green Bay today. No business. Green Bay should have been in the NFC Championship game, but a rookie quarterback made some mistakes against a really, really good defense. Chase Young, Nick Bosa, they got that Hawaiian safety. They got Fred Warner. They have a lot of pieces on that defense. But I'm telling you right now, Baker Mayfield and Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and this is coming from a Browns fan who highly, highly, highly respects Baker Mayfield because he did a lot for our team. And I don't think, a lot of times it's not really respected on what he did. And I know some of you guys are going to be trying to eat my ass in the freaking comment section about it. But he did a lot. And now that he's on a team with all this talent around him, I'm telling you, there's one way to beat Detroit, and it's their secondary. Their secondary is not great. It is not great. It is not a great secondary whatsoever. I like their linebackers. I do. I enjoy their linebackers. I think Aiden Hutchinson is a baller on the edge. And I think that he could possibly wreak havoc in this game. But like I said, if Tampa Bay can weather the storm, get out to a fast start, and shut the crowd down in Detroit, they walk away with the dub. They do. And if Baker wins another playoff game, because the Browns were sent home already, he's 2-1 in the playoffs, and the only reason he lost was the defense let us down. If he wins this game, everybody has to shut up. Every hater of Baker Mayfield has to shut up, because what he's doing with Tampa is supposed to be a rebuilding year. He's got a division title, 1, so he's already got that banner. If he wins another playoff game, he'll be 3-1 in the playoffs. And I'm not saying he's going to win. I'm picking him to win. But there's a big momentum factor. That stadium is going to be rocking. It's going to be rolling. But everything that dude's been through getting screwed over in Cleveland with some has-been receivers and a coaching staff who did not believe in him, or an owner who didn't believe in him, to pretty much let him go and go die in Carolina because he bet on himself again. He bet on himself again, just like he did in college. That's how he ended up in Oklahoma. He bet on himself. He got released in Carolina. Matt Rule was a terrible coach. Sean McVay loved him. And I really do think he would have been a Ram if it wasn't for Stafford coming back, because they knew they had money tied up in Stafford, so why waste the cap? I would have done the same thing. I would have kept Baker on my roster, though, to more pointers from Stafford. And you sit and think about it. What he's doing in Tampa with a defense that was riddled with injuries all year. Oh, boy. If he walks into Detroit and wins today, nobody can say anything else about him. And that's true. You can't say anything about it because he'll be an elite tier quarterback, and you're going to have to call him elite because that's 2 playoff wins. 2 playoff wins with a team built around him, talent around him. And I think Cade Otton's going to have a big game. I really do. I think Cade Otton's going to go off. And I think Godwin's going to go off because I think they're going to pay too much attention to Mike Evans. I think this is going to be a 100-yard receiving game for Chris Godwin, and I think Cade Otton's going to have about 65, 70 yards. And I think Rasheed White is going to be very successful opposite of Aiden Hutchinson. I think they're going to run away from him, and they might run to him. He does struggle with the run sometimes with pulling guards, but I have seen him stone him. So we'll see. They're getting a lot of talent back on Detroit. I think their linebackers are coming back, and I think they're going to put that rookie corner in the nickel, so they're going to have a lot of talent. But I'm telling you, Baker wins this game, I think everyone's going to be quiet from now on. I could say a lot more about Baker Mayfield, but I'm just going to leave it at this. They win this game, nobody can say anything else about Baker Mayfield. You already shouldn't. He's already proven it numerous times that Baker can win big games and Baker can take teams to playoffs. So on that note, I'm going to pull in my house here and I'm going to go inside and eat my post-workout meal. His legs were fucking fired today. But yeah, I can't wait to watch some playoff football. I'm predicting KC, even though I think Buffalo's the better team. And I'm predicting Baker Mayfield gets a win in Detroit. Hope you all have a blessed day. Stay positive. Enjoy life.